Full time at the London Stadium. Arsenal have lost to West Ham. It is now 2 points from the last 5 games, I believe, on the road. Really disappointing day. A really poor result, a really poor performance. What can you say? I mean, Unai Emery is going to come under scrutiny now. We're 6 months in. We're at the halfway point of the season. The jury has been out. I think there has been a bit of a honeymoon period, but judging by what I'm seeing on social media, that is ending for him. People unhappy with the team selection today, unhappy with the tactics, and I can understand that. I really can, because the big talking point in terms of the team was the omission of Mesut Ozil, who trained all week. And in a game in which we sorely lacked creativity, I don't think we had a shot on target after the 60th, 70th minute in a game where we were chasing an equaliser. Inevitably, his absence is going to be questioned, and quite why you need Nacho Monreal, Lichtsteiner, Bellerin, all on the bench, 3 fullbacks and no Mesut Ozil, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend that I necessarily would have started Ozil in this game. I think some people are remembering his performances through slightly rose-tinted spectacles. You know, I can imagine him out there. I've seen him out there being barged off the ball in one of these London derbies away from home by, you know, inferior players, Mark Noble, Antonio, whoever it might be. I'm not sure necessarily that he would have completely changed the game. I would have selected him on the bench. I would have had him there, because we saw what an impact Aaron Ramsey had coming off the bench. You know, I think these players, we're not good enough to cut off our nose to spite our face here and leave them out, whatever the issues. And there must be real issues. You know, Unai Emery's not a masochist. He's not someone who doesn't want to win points. If he felt inclined to select Ozil, he would. There's clearly something we don't know about going on behind the scenes, be that the player's attitude, be that his willingness to follow tactical instructions. I don't believe that Unai Emery's just not selecting him on a whim. There must be a reason. Well, look, whatever the problem is, they need to work at it, because Ozil's not going anywhere. I'd love to believe that there was an easy solution to this, you know, that we could reinvest that huge amount of money in a player who did fit Emery's system. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think that Ozil's going anywhere. And so we've got to make the best of this situation. We've got to find a way to make it work. And I tell you what, Aaron Ramsey came on, it was effective today, but come March, come April, come May, when he gets closer to the expiry of his contract and that medical with Juventus, I do wonder if he is a risk we can take at that point. And then we'll need someone like Ozil all the more. Anyway, there are still 11 other players, 14 by the end of the game, out there on the pitch today who should have been good enough to get something against West Ham, and they weren't. Emery's persisting with the back 3. I think the reason he's doing it is that, you know, he loves to get those overlaps from Kolasinac and from Bellerin or Maitland-Niles, who unfortunately was really poor today. But, you know, when you play that system, I don't think you can afford to necessarily play both Aubameyang and Lacazette, because I don't think that... I think Iwobi and Kolasinac have a lovely link on the left, and Iwobi's got that ability to play him in. He did a couple of times today. When Aubameyang's asked to play on the right wing, you just don't get the same continuity, the same overlaps, the same link. He's not that sort of player. I mean, when he plays through the middle, people complain he doesn't touch the ball. When he plays on the right, people would complain he doesn't touch the ball. To be honest, you don't really want him touching the ball. He's not a guy who's good with his back to goal. He's not a guy who's a great passer of the ball, a great dribbler. You want him loose, you want him free, in and around the penalty area, whether that's as a lone striker or with Lacazette as a partner. But I just feel like today, without Mkhitaryan, we really missed someone. And I know a lot of you were shouting Ozil, who could sort of pick up in those half spaces and create things on the right hand side. Look, I know they're looking at the boy from Barcelona, Suarez. Maybe he is the guy. The goal, well, poor clearance from Xhaka. I mean, how often do we say that? Defensive error from him. But Arsenal was sloppy, and to be honest, we've been poor defensively all season. It's diabolical. I think it's something that needs real fixing. Maybe with a goalkeeper, maybe with a centre-half, maybe with a defensive midfielder. We missed Torreira massively in the first half today. I don't think Xhaka and Guendouzi are a natural partnership, but at least in the early part of the season, we had a threat going forward. That seems to be dissipating. And it's worth pointing out, that threat going forward, a lot of the time happened without Mesut Ozil. But, whatever was working about that play isn't working now. I'd like to see us go back to a back four, be more assertive, be more aggressive in the final third. But we don't really have loads of players there that we're leaving out. So, a really bad day. I'm going to sort of turn football off now for the weekend and have a good old think about things, because it's a horrible result and not a very nice day. Try and enjoy what's left of your weekend, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.